What if I informed you that the ability to rise from the floor could forecast your lifespan? This may seem dramatic, yet the reality is that there are 5 subtle, nearly imperceptible abilities that only a select few individuals over 70 can still perform. Those who possess these abilities are not merely surviving. They are flourishing, living with vigor, clarity, purpose, and autonomy. Most people remain unaware of these factors. Physicians may not always address them, and family members might neglect them. However, they discreetly disclose more about your future than one might anticipate. Any blood test or annual examination could reveal insights, particularly if you are contemplating, "I am in my 70s. Perhaps my prime years are past." Allow me to interject, as your most potent, purposeful, and healthiest phase may still lie ahead. In today's video, we will investigate 5 uncomplicated daily abilities, activities so mundane that you might overlook them, such as rising from a chair, transporting a grocery bag, or ascending a flight of stairs without pausing. These tasks are unremarkable and do not necessitate elaborate equipment, yet they hold significance. Distinguish between individuals who perceive themselves as free and independent and those who gradually relinquish their freedom, often unconsciously. The essential point is that these 5 habits extend beyond mere physical activity. They signify underlying changes within your body, heart, muscles, brain, and spirit. Moreover, it is not too late to reclaim these abilities. Regardless of whether you are 72 or 89, or if you have experienced challenging years or feel as though time has eluded you, each of these capabilities can be enhanced through gentle practices. Consistent effort is crucial. You should be concerned because 5 factors are directly linked to your longevity, quality of life, and independence as you age. If you have ever feared losing strength, experiencing cognitive decline, or becoming overly reliant on others, this video is intended for you. Stay with me until the conclusion, and you will not only discover these 5 essential skills, but also learn how to regain them immediately through simple, at-home steps. No gym membership required, just you, willpower, and the subtle conviction that aging does not equate to obsolescence, but rather to ascendance. Let us commence the floor test, which reveals what the act of rising signifies about aging. Permit me to pose a straightforward question. Can you sit on the floor and subsequently stand up unaided? If you experienced hesitation or unease at the thought, you are not isolated. Research indicates that merely 5% of Americans over the age of 70 can perform this action seamlessly and independently. While this may appear as just another statistic, it is, in fact, one of the most definitive indicators. Your independence hinges on the fact that rising from the floor is not merely a singular action. It constitutes a comprehensive test of bodily coordination. This process discreetly assesses leg strength, particularly in the thighs and glutes, core stability involving the abdominal region, lower back, and deep postural muscles, joint flexibility encompassing the hips, knees, and ankles, and, crucially, balance. All these systems must function in concert. When anyone begins to deteriorate, the seemingly simple act of standing becomes a formidable challenge. However, this is the aspect that many individuals overlook. When one begins to evade the floor due to its hardness or perceived danger, it is not merely the floor that is being avoided. This avoidance extends to gardening, playing with grandchildren, and even retrieving dropped items. Consequently, physical activity diminishes, leading to a gradual loss of independence. This decline does not occur abruptly. Rather, it transpires through subtle moments of hesitation, such as reluctance to engage with the floor. However, it is imperative to recognize that one can restore this capability starting today, irrespective of age. Herein lies the method to reclaim your floor power. At home, here is a secure and general routine you can attempt, even if it has been years since you last sat on the floor. Begin on a soft surface, such as a thick yoga mat or carpet. Position yourself near a couch or stable chair for support. Utilize the half-kneel method. Lower one knee to the floor, then gradually bring the second knee down until you are kneeling. Shift your weight and gently sit down, using your hands for assistance if necessary. To rise, roll to one side and transition to your hands and knees. Place one foot forward in a lunge position and push through that foot to stand up. Begin by utilizing your arms for support if necessary. Initially, This may feel uncomfortable or challenging, which is acceptable. The objective is not perfection, but rather the cultivation of confidence. Aim to perform this exercise once or twice daily, monitoring the level of assistance required over time. Gradually attempt to reduce reliance on support and observe when your legs exhibit increased strength. Celebrate your ability to sit down and stand up independently, even if it takes several weeks. This singular movement can rejuvenate your strength, enhance circulation, elevate confidence, and diminish the risk of falls, a significant health hazard for seniors in the United States. The significance of this test lies not in athleticism, but in the assertion, "I maintain control over my body. I will not relinquish that." It represents the contrast between relying on assistance and self-sufficiency, between constricting your existence and broadening it. You are entitled to move without trepidation. You deserve to inhabit a body that facilitates your freedom rather than constrains it. This modest daily movement constitutes your initial stride. Therefore, endeavor today and persist tomorrow, for the instant we cease to ascend is the instant we begin to diminish. However, you are present to elevate your understanding of how your hands disclose more than you perceive. Reflect on the most recent occasion you transported a bag of groceries from the vehicle to the kitchen. Was it effortless? Did your hands exhibit steadiness? Or did the bag seem more burdensome than before? You may be unaware, but an activity as mundane as carrying groceries subtly conveys significant insights regarding your health, encompassing not only your physical strength, but also your autonomy, cardiovascular well-being, and even your future. Allow me to elucidate why grip strength is more consequential than you realize. We frequently correlate aging with the emergence of gray hair. Wrinkles or a decline in physical capabilities may indicate aging, but researchers have identified a more significant indicator: grip strength. The firmness with which one can grasp objects is a robust predictor of cardiovascular health, muscular condition, cognitive decline risk, and even longevity. This assertion, while seemingly dramatic, is substantiated by decades of research. Indeed, some medical professionals now assert that the hands serve as a reflection of overall bodily health. A weakening grip often signifies broader issues, including difficulties in the shoulders. The strength of the arms and core muscles is diminishing, which can result in issues such as difficulty opening jars, challenges in rising from a seated position, poor posture while walking, reduced stability, and an increased risk of falls. Grip strength is particularly significant as it serves as a critical determinant between maintaining independence and requiring assistance with daily activities. You deserve to manage your own life, quite literally, in your own hands. Fortunately, there are methods to restore grip strength, even if it is waning. Similar to any other body part, your hands can be trained and fortified gently and safely at home. Here are 3 simple exercises to commence with. First, the softball squeeze. Acquire a small, soft stress ball or a rolled-up pair of socks. Squeeze it firmly and maintain the grip for 3 seconds before releasing. Perform 10 squeezes with each hand twice daily to enhance the strength of the muscles in your palms and fingers. Second, the towel twist. Take a dry hand towel, roll it up, and twist it tightly as if wringing out water. Sustain that tension for 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat this process 5 to 8 times. Enhances strength in your wrists and forearms. During your next grocery carry practice, maintain an upright posture, engage your core gently, and ensure your steps are steady. If the load feels cumbersome or unstable, begin with lighter bags and progress gradually. Your objective is not to lift heavy weights, but to maintain functional independence. A seemingly trivial task, carrying groceries, can become significant when it transforms into a challenge. Most individuals perform this activity unconsciously until it becomes difficult, yet it serves as a reminder of our physical capabilities. When you open a jar, carry a laundry basket, or grasp the handrail while ascending stairs, you engage the muscles that sustain your independence. Therefore, do not disregard the indications. Do not trivialize the tremors in your hands or the burdens that suddenly seem excessive. Instead, interpret these as signals and reclaim control, for your freedom, confidence, and dignity are invaluable. Indeed, you can enhance your strength. You can reconstruct what time has endeavored to diminish. One squeeze at a time, one step at a time, one minor triumph that accumulates to a more robust and stable version of yourself on the stairway. Examine what stair climbing reveals about your future. Permit me to pose a personal inquiry. Have you ever gazed at a staircase and contemplated, "Perhaps I shall opt for the elevator today"? If so, you are not solitary. Numerous individuals begin to eschew stairs after the age of 70. This avoidance may stem from knee issues, breathlessness, or simply apprehension. However, what many fail to recognize is that your capacity to ascend stairs, even a modest number of steps, serves as one of the most significant predictors of your future health. Indeed, stair climbing is not merely a physical activity. The assessment primarily focuses on the legs, yet it serves as a comprehensive evaluation of cardiovascular and pulmonary health, leg strength and stability, balance and coordination, as well as mental confidence. Research indicates that seniors capable of ascending merely 10 steps without pausing exhibit a markedly reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and mobility deterioration. Although stairs may appear trivial, they reveal significant truths. Avoidance of stairs leads to a constriction of one's world, often beginning with minor decisions, such as refraining from ascending to retrieve items or evading the second floor altogether. Ultimately, every flight of stairs soon resembles a mountain. However, the underlying issue is that your muscles are diminishing in power, your heart is becoming less efficient, and your mind is cultivating fear where strength once resided. Gradually, stairs transform from mere inconveniences into obstacles to movement, independence, and freedom. Nevertheless, the encouraging reality is that you can restore that capability. You can retrain your heart, your legs, and your confidence, even after years. Here is how to reclaim your strength, one step at a time. There is no necessity to ascend rapidly. To enhance your physical activity, you need not train like an athlete. Simply increase your movement incrementally compared to the previous day. Begin with the following exercises. 1. Sit to stand. Position yourself in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Stand up gradually without utilizing your hands. If feasible, then lower yourself back down slowly. Repeat this process for a target of 10 repetitions, once or twice daily. This exercise fortifies leg strength, which is essential for stair climbing. 2. Step UPS. Locate a low step approximately 6 to 8 inches in height. Step up with one foot, followed by the other, and then step down in the same manner. Start with 5 to 10 repetitions of this exercise. Progress incrementally by grasping a railing for safety across 3 stair intervals. Utilize the stairs in your residence, even if it comprises merely 4 to 5 steps. Ascend halfway, pause, and then complete the ascent. Avoid haste. The objective is consistency rather than velocity. Even 2 minutes of stair practice daily can enhance circulation, leg tonicity, and endurance more significantly than many realize. Climbing transcends the physical. It is also a mental endeavor. When ascending stairs, you are not merely exercising. You are affirming your body's capabilities and conveying a message to your heart to persevere. Crucially, you are resisting the dominance of fear. There is no necessity to conquer a mountain, merely to persist in your ascent, both in motion and in life. Each step you take serves as evidence that you are not finished, not decelerating, and not capitulating. You are ascending incrementally. Memory propels you forward, as forgetting is not an unavoidable fate. Have you ever entered a room and forgotten your purpose, struggled to articulate the appropriate word mid-sentence, or gazed at someone familiar, their name tantalizingly elusive? This experience is not only frustrating but, for many, also daunting. Memory loss is frequently perceived as an inevitable aspect of aging. However, this notion is misleading. In reality, many elderly individuals maintain sharp cognitive faculties well into their 80s and 90s, a phenomenon attributable not merely to genetics or fortune, but to their commitment to keeping their brains engaged, stimulated, and vibrant. It is imperative to understand that the brain functions as a muscle, akin to the muscles in the limbs. It deteriorates with disuse yet fortifies through rigorous exercise. The 5-item memory test serves as a straightforward preliminary indicator. Here is an intriguing challenge. Can you recall these items? 5 arbitrary items: pineapple, wallet, mirror, ladder, newspaper. Repeat them once, then continue observing. We will revisit shortly. Why is this significant? Because short-term memory frequently reveals initial declines. However, do not despair. Early difficulties are merely an opportunity to re-engage your intellect. To invigorate your mind joyfully, extensive memorization of lengthy poems or daily crossword puzzles is unnecessary unless they bring you pleasure. What is paramount is diversity, challenge, and significance. Here are several suggestions. Established methods to enhance cognitive health include 1. Acquiring new knowledge, whether it involves learning a few Spanish words, cultivating tomatoes, or utilizing a new smartphone application. Continuous learning fosters brain plasticity and adaptability. Research indicates that older adults who participate in lifelong education exhibit improved focus, memory, and a reduced risk of dementia. 2. Engage in creative activities rather than merely consuming content. Consider drawing, painting, knitting, or playing a musical instrument, even as a novice. Creative expression activates brain regions associated with emotion, memory, and problem-solving, in addition to providing a sense of fulfillment. 3. Foster profound connections. Conversations. Do not undervalue the significance of meaningful dialogue. Engaging in substantive discussions, rather than trivial exchanges, necessitates that your brain listens, recalls, reflects, and responds, serving as an excellent natural exercise for your mind. Additionally, physical activity enhances cognitive function. Activities such as walking, dancing, or gentle yoga increase cerebral blood flow, supplying oxygen and nutrients that bolster memory and mental clarity. You are not merely exercising your legs. You are alleviating mental fog. Furthermore, consider altering your routine, such as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Utilize your non-dominant hand to navigate an alternative path during your walk. These various challenges compel the brain to awaken and adapt. Minor alterations yield significant stimulation. Now, reflecting on that list, can you still recollect those 5 arbitrary words? Pineapple, wallet, mirror, ladder, newspaper? If you can recall 3 or more, you are performing adequately. If not, there is no cause for concern. The mere act of attempting indicates that your brain is functioning. Remember, it is not about achieving perfection, but rather about being engaged, choosing to continue learning, creating, and connecting. Even when it seems simpler to remain complacent, your mind warrants the same attention and care as your body. More importantly, the world still requires your wisdom, your voice, and your narratives. Do not fade into obscurity. Remain astute, inquisitive, and engaged in your thoughts. The most exceptional minds do not deteriorate with age, they expand. The overlooked secret of longevity is purpose. Allow me to pose a question that transcends the ordinary. What compels you to rise each morning? I do not refer to mere habit, but to genuine purpose. A reason to awaken not merely to exist, but to have significance and a sense of belonging. Contribute. As the most potent instrument for maintaining health and vitality beyond the age of 70 is not solely exercise, diet, or medication. It is purpose. This concept is frequently neglected in discourse, often overlooked by medical professionals. However, researchers investigating longevity, particularly in the globe's healthiest and longest-living populations, unanimously concur that a robust sense of purpose can significantly extend one's lifespan. As purpose diminishes, so too does energy. You may have already experienced this phenomenon. Retirement occurs, children leave home, familiar routines vanish, and suddenly there is a void. Increased time availability contrasts with diminished motivation. Days merge indistinctly, sleep becomes more superficial, and joy appears dulled. This is neither depression nor laziness, but rather the subtle discomfort of feeling unneeded as before. However, the truth remains. You are still essential, your value persists, and the world requires your unique contributions. Purpose, particularly after the age of 70, need not be grand or ostentatious. One need not establish a nonprofit or author a memoir unless desired. Purpose can be as uncomplicated as weekly calls to your grandchildren, caring for your garden and observing growth, mentoring a younger individual in need of guidance, documenting family recipes to preserve them, volunteering monthly, checking on a solitary neighbor, and supporting someone in distress. These activities embody purpose, enriching your life, and illuminating others' days. When you discover even a small spark of purpose, remarkable transformations occur. Your mood elevates, your energy revitalizes, your mind becomes more acute, and your health enhances, as research indicates that seniors with a robust sense of purpose correlates with increased activity, sustained social connections, and expedited recovery from illness. This phenomenon occurs because individuals are not merely extending their lifespan, they are living with intention. It is never too late to embark on a new beginning, even if you find yourself contemplating, "But I no longer recognize my purpose." That inquiry, "What now?" is not a terminus. Rather, it is an entryway. Begin modestly by contemplating what matters to you and who may benefit from your contributions, however minor. Reflect on what previously instilled a sense of utility or pride. Even the act of contemplation signifies advancement, as purpose is not always discovered but can be deliberately selected. You possess the capacity to cultivate it, and as you do, your overall well-being tends to improve. This phase of life is not a conclusion. It represents a pivotal moment, potentially your most significant season thus far. With decades of experience at your disposal, you possess rare wisdom and time. Utilize them to illuminate the path not only for yourself, but also for others. Awaken with intention, recognizing that even a single kind word, a smile, or a minor act of kindness holds significance. The secret to longevity lies not merely in respiration, but in maintaining relevance, and you exemplify this. You have observed 5 modest abilities that convey far more than is apparent. Rising from the floor, transporting groceries, ascending stairs, recalling names and narratives, and awakening with purpose in your heart. They may appear simple or mundane, yet collectively they convey strength, dignity, and a life yet to be fully realized. Here is what I wish for you to understand. You are not defined by the numeral on your birthday cake, nor by your pace, nor by societal assumptions regarding your age. You are defined by your commitment to consistently present yourself for your own benefit, for others, and for the future that awaits you. This is not the concluding chapter. It is a chapter of clarity, courage, and the deliberate choice of the person you aspire to become. Indeed, even now, perhaps particularly now, if you have sensed that your world has contracted recently, let today serve as a pivotal moment. Reclaim something that once felt effortless. Initiate that new habit, no matter how minor. Connect with someone who invigorates you. And above all, recognize that your existence remains significant, for it truly does. Aging does not signify a decline. Rather, it indicates that you have persevered thus far and still possess much to contribute, much to learn, and much to love. Your narrative is not concluded. It continues to unfold in a beautiful, gradual, and meaningful manner. On the subsequent page, it commences today. If this message resonates with you and prompts introspection regarding your own journey, kindly like this video to enhance its visibility. Additionally, please comment below to share one minor change you intend to implement starting today. We are eager to hear your narrative, as your voice is significant and your insights inspire others more than you realize. Furthermore, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the Senior Wisdom channel, where we provide sincere and uplifting content weekly to assist you in living more fully. Exhibit clarity, strength, and purpose at any age. Consider sharing this video with a friend, sibling, or anyone in need of a gentle reminder that they are not finished yet. They are still evolving, and the best may still lie ahead. Until next time, prioritize your physical well-being, stimulate your intellect, and live passionately. We are here with you at every step,